chemistry that we had together, and she's so lovely to act with too. So who knows what the future will hold. We have one here.
Hello.
Hello.
What was Zachary Quinto like on Star Trek?
Well, he looked exactly like Spock, didn't you think? Yeah, I met him briefly. He seemed very nice. You know, he seemed very nice. But when I saw him on the set, I was like, whoa, that is perfect. Like, you couldn't get a better, you know, a better look-alike to Leonard Nimoy. I thought it was amazing, and he did such a great job as Spock. I thought, you know, the whole cast was great. I thought Chris Pine did an amazing job as Kirk. I mean, very tough shoes to fill, you know. And then I think they brought it to their own, and I'm excited to see the sequels come out, you know. I thought the movie's a lot funnier than I initially thought, too. I thought it was really good. Really cool. Hello.
Hello. I have two questions. If you could play any character in any show or movie, what would it be?
Bond. Polly Bond.
And are you going to the Masquerade Ball tonight?
Am I going to the Masquerade Ball tonight? I don't know. And is it here? Yeah, possibly. They have something lined up for me. They also have things going on, so I really don't know because I lost my schedule. Hi, sir.
Paul, great to have you. A real highlight of the show.
Thank you.
Have you had a chance to look around much in New Zealand?
You know what? I haven't had a chance to look around nearly as much as I like. We got here, and then the next day I was at the convention, and then unfortunately I have to go back and finish a day on this movie I was doing, so I'm not going to be able to stay much longer. But you know, everybody that's been around here has just said it's beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Vancouver. It's got a kind of a similar vibe to Canada, like that. But my friend went to Waiheke Island, yeah, and showed me pictures. Amazing. Like, I would have loved to have done that, but unfortunately I won't have a chance because by the time I finish, it's getting late and stuff. We have went to a couple of local restaurants and bars, and you guys can party, I'll tell you that right now. I would love to come back at some point in time. I talked to Bill, you know, maybe a couple of years or something. You know, I think it's good to take a little break in between, but I would love to. I'd love to come back here. Next time I come back, I'll spend more time because it seems like it's such a shame to come all this way and not have a chance to travel around a little bit. You know, went to the zoo in Melbourne, which is really cool. You know, petted a kangaroo, which is neat. My goal was to find one of those giant red kangaroos. I'm kind of fascinated by them because I was at the Brisbane Zoo a couple years ago and they showed how high they can jump and how fast they can go. I just wanted to see it live, but I didn't get a chance to. Next time.
In a medical emergency, how useful would you be?
What do you do for a living? I think you'd be better than me. David Hewlett goes, "You're the worst doctor in the universe." Not very good. I took some CPR once. We have a med tech that comes on the show, with us, and we had a couple different ones. And there's one guy who was great, and then there's a gal on the show too that she was pretty good, but she took it really super seriously. So every time I got there, I'm like, oh my god. It was like a medical lesson every time I got there. She goes, you have to insert the needle right into. I go, well, I'm not really putting a needle in him. You know, you realize that, right? She goes, yeah, but you do it. I go, and also, I mean, I try to do it as good as I can, but it's not ER. You know what I mean? It's Stargate, Atlantis, and I'm like, we got to go here. And I'm like, and she's like, okay, we got to go over this again and again. So my medical prowess is not very good. I did learn a little bit on the show, so I can perform surgery now. Yeah, exactly. What do we have here? Right.
Hello.
Hi.
I've totally forgotten the name of the movie, but it was the one with the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
I was just wondering how uncomfortable it was to wear that wetsuit.
Was what?
How uncomfortable it was to wear that wetsuit.
Oh, really uncomfortable. It's a movie called Loch Ness Terror. It's up for an Academy Award, I believe. That's one of those jobs. I was talking about it earlier. They asked me to do that. They said, listen, if you want to do this thing, Scottish character, I was doing Atlantis, I knew the director, Paul Ziller, and he goes, the cool part is you get eaten by the Loch Ness Monster. I'm like, absolutely, I'll do that. But they fitted me in a wetsuit, you know? And when I went for the fitting, the wetsuit I tried on, it was fit pretty good. But then when I went on the day of shooting, it was a different wetsuit. and it was super tight on my neck. So if I didn't go like this, I was having a hard time breathing. So for like 6 hours, I'm walking around like this, and they tried to cut it and stuff, but it's so thick. But yeah, that was kind of uncomfortable. But it's always good when you get eaten by the Loch Ness Monster. I mean, let's be serious. Hi.
When Amanda had trouble with the wet food, she just stripped down to her bra. You didn't consider it?
I helped her. Yeah, Amanda's got a better body than me. What do we have here? And I don't wear a bra. Except for the dog's breakfast, true. Thanks for rubbing that in. Do we have anything else? Here we go.